Hello and welcome back to the vlog. Today I've compiled some questions that are some of the most frequent that we have from our viewers. So I'm going to try to get through these as quickly as I can, and I think once a week, if you want to post a question to me in the comments or message it to me, that will be fine. So here's our questions. A viewer asked, what was your best-selling item? There's two. The one was glass milk jugs that are made by a local dairy. Or not, the jugs are made by the local dairy, but it's a local dairy that has their own jugs. And that sounds wrong, doesn't it? I'm sorry. I had to go there. Anyway. These jugs, these are going to be in a vlog for tomorrow. I had 39 of these on eBay, about down price. Each jug, we have a small one, and then we have a large one. The large ones were $17.99 with free shipping. The small ones were $14.99 with free shipping. We had 39 of them listed, and I cannot remember how they were broke up, or how many small, how many large, but there was a total of 39. She bought all 39, but because she bought so large a quantity, the shipping really didn't matter. And these were going to California, so the night that they sold, I thought she just bought just one. So I went and packaged up just the one bottle and got back and sat down and realized that she had bought all 39 of them. So when I shipped these to California, I either selected the Postal Service or UPS. The cheapest route they went was by UPS. And oddly enough, I still gave her free shipping because these bottles were profit. We didn't have any money invested in them. And that's another thing that I'll go over with tomorrow. She bought all of them, and I shipped them to her at my expense. And the shipping ended up being only right under $50, which surprised me because usually when I figure some of my shipping cost on my free shipping, which will also be on tomorrow's vlog, I was figuring from here to Seattle, Washington, because Washington, Utah, Montana, those states up in there is closer to the border, are some of the most expensive places to ship to. So that's how I figure some of my free shipping, if it's not first class or if it's not a flat rate box, that's how I kind of do my shipping. So that's going to be on another vlog. Other than the free milk jugs, our other best-selling item was the rose jadeite lamp. The lamp that had the 3 rose jadeite little knobs on it. Okay. And the reason why free is because it had the most bids. How many bids did that end up having? We started it out at $14.99. I think we had 50 or between 50 and 75 bids. I can't remember. I have to go pull the paperwork on it. We had a lot of bids. The cash register kept going off all night and all day for a whole week. And I think there were several bidders bidding on it also. Next question. Our fastest selling item. That in a storage unit, we found a bunch of, a box of like travel books, visitor guides. There was one in there that was a vintage San Antonio visitor guide, and it was a book. I think it probably had about 30 or 40 pages in it. I listed it. 5 minutes later, it sold. Bam. $19.99. I think I had $4 shipping on it. That was the fastest selling thing that we've ever put on eBay. What is the weirdest thing you have ever found in a storage unit? Snake skin. Believe it or not, snakes crawl in the storage units. The reason for that is because of mice. If you have mice, you have snakes. There's no getting out of it. So if you don't want mice, if you don't want to have snakes, set your mice traps. Next question. What makes the most money? It depends. I do not put all my eggs in one basket. I do not sell only clothing. I do not sell only glassware. I do not only sell jewelry. I do not sell only anything. If there's $1 to be made on something, I'm going to find it. I'm going to sell it. You never, never, never put your eggs into one basket. When it comes to eBay and making money, you never do that. One of the worst selling things I have found is clothing. I do not know why, but we have strayed away from clothing. And the reason being is because people are so particular about the clothing that I literally wanted to gag a couple times because people were so picky. But it's so easy for people to manipulate the quality of clothing when they get it. You know, I did my best to try to catch the flaws and stuff like that. You have room for, gosh, 12 pictures. I filled them all up in sections on each of the clothing. But it seemed like to me people want to continually complain about clothing. So if I put clothing on there, it's because I'm bored and I have nothing else to do. It's not by choice. It's just plain boredom. Next question. What aisle do you sell? That just goes back to the previous question that I answered. Everything. If there's $1 to be made, I'm going to make it. How do I get started? Great question. Same question that I asked. How do I get started selling on eBay? The first thing you do is you sign up and get you an eBay account and a PayPal account. Then what you do is you just start going stuff in your house. Then you look it up on eBay and see if it has sold. If it's sold, great. Then you got to figure out how much you're going to sell it for, how you're going to do your shipping. You know, if the item has sold before, a high price versus a low price, you want to sit somewhere right in the middle. But if it's very high quality, I usually go to the very top with mine, because if it's a collectible item, then that's what people are after. The item, but the quality has got to be there. Other than that, when you sell 10 items, I believe PayPal still holds on to that money. I'm not sure how they do that anymore. I don't know. It's been so long. We've been selling on eBay for 12 years now. So I don't know if rules have changed or what. But that's all I have right now. I was going to try to make this vlog kind of short. I was thinking there was another question that I saw while I was getting myself together. Excuse me while I think for a second. I'll think of it later and do another vlog. But those are just some of the most common questions that people ask. You know, what makes the most money? It just depends. Did you get the item for free? What's the quality of the item? Has the item sold? How much is it sold for? How are you going to figure shipping? If you bought the item, you got to add 25%. I always say 25% for eBay and PayPal fees. I know it's not that high on some stuff, but I would rather be safe than sorry. So if I only pay 14% fees on an item, but yet I've allotted 25%, I've got 11% there that is going to be in my pocket that I wasn't aware of, then I knew could be a chance. So that's in my favor. I'm not one of these people that says, oh, it's going to be 14%, but I'm going to allot 10%. No, I never cut myself short like that. You never, never want to do that. Because not only do you have eBay and PayPal fees, you've also got income taxes that you've got to file at the end of the year. You've got to allow for everything. You've got supplies. You have got gas in your vehicle. You've got your time. You have got to allow all of that stuff in it. And yes, one of the items that we have paid the most at eBay and PayPal fees on, I believe, was right around 27%. That is no joke. I cannot remember what it was. I can probably look back in my spreadsheet and find out. But it was right at 27% because I was like, I'm not selling any more of those. So that's all I have for right now. I was trying to think of what the other question was that I saw, because it'd been asked a few times. It wasn't one of the most asked questions, but it was a good question. You know, but if you, the thing is, if you're on eBay to make money, first off, if you get the item for free, it's profit. It's pure profit. Take it and run with it. But you also got to make sure that you have a quality product. If the product needs to be cleaned or whatever, don't damage the natural patina. Especially if it's antiques. You don't want to do that. Leave it the way it is. Do not paint it. Do not stain it. Do not sand it. Do not do anything to it. Leave it the way it is. Because that's what people want. We're in an age now where people want stuff that is natural patina. I know myself, when I bought a few antique items off eBay, do not touch the patina. Leave it alone. Even if it's stuff that's silver, I don't want that stuff cleaned up or anything. I want to see it the way that it looks when it turns colors again. So that's just my 2 cents. All of my vlogs are just what my opinion is, what my experience has been. Again, eBay is not our main focus for income. It is the very last thing that I resort to. We do these vlogs and give out our experience to help others. There's a lot of stay-at-home moms out there. There's a lot of moms that homeschool their kids. You know, even your kids' clothing, if they're not stained or tore, sell them on eBay. I mean, I know I speak against clothing, but if you have a lot of kids, go for it. Or if you buy your kid name brand clothing, or say that, you know, your kid's never wore an outfit, if it still has the tags on it, put it on there. You never know. But this, you know, all of this is just my opinion. It's from my experience, but it's worked. I've made money. I make money. That PayPal card and my checking account, or our checking account, proves that what we are doing works. Our feedback on eBay proves that we works. We have never had one negative feedback. Well, I'll take it back. We had one. But I warned the guy that I did not know if the item was running right or not, or the way it was designed or intended. I took a video of it. I emailed that to him. When he got it, he tried to claim that I did not tell him that it wasn't working right or anything. So all I done was call eBay and say, look, you need to go read these messages. You need to take that negative feedback off. He knew it. So not only did eBay take the negative feedback off, they also made him, he was stuck with the item because he knew how that fan was running when he bought it. And I also did confirm in a message with him also, as another thing too, when you're messaging with customers, always remember less is more. Be to the point, don't be argumentative, because the same way with the guy was, I said, when he sent me a message, well no, I put in the condition in bold letters, I do not know if this is running as designed or intended, if it's running too fast, too slow. It was, what was that fan? A window fan? It was a window fan that went in a semi-truck, wasn't it? Talking to my husband. It was a cooling fan, he said. So, when he bid on it, I sent him a message. I said, just to make you aware, I do not know if this fan is running as designed or intended. I told him I am going to send you a video clip of the fan running. He received it. I said, did you watch the video? He responded back and said yes. He said, I'm still going to bid to win it. So I said, okay. So when he got it and sent me a nasty message back, I didn't say anything to him. I didn't say nothing. I called eBay and I let them handle it. And I think that's one of the worst things, that it sucks as a seller to get a customer to message you and be all nasty and everything. But you got to remember, as a seller, and I'm going to tell each and every one of you as a seller, don't argue with the customers. That's the worst thing you can do, because then you're participating in the argument. You don't want to do that. eBay has guidelines, and I know some people call eBay and have a bad experience. I've called eBay and had a bad experience once. Okay. And it was on an item that a customer had used, and even though I had the pictures on there and everything showing that the pictures that he sent me and eBay was not the ones that I had posted, eBay still sided with him just because I participated in the money back guarantee. And now in my description, I have a description that is probably about this longer than the lens of this camera. That's to cover my tail end, because every time that I've had some type of trouble or thought I would have trouble, I've always called eBay and got their guidance. So, ask questions. That's my best thing. When a customer messages me about something, I ask questions. I'm like, what do you need? What do you think it is? I want them to tell me, because then if they're telling me, then it's on them. It's not on me anymore after that point. It's on them. And I do know from calling eBay customer support, you're going to get a different answer from different customer service reps. But we're going to right back to where we begin. It is what it is. Remember that. You can't force someone to do something that they're not going to do. So, that's why I always allot 25% for eBay and PayPal fees, because within that 25% is going to be overage that you're going to put back and save for that one.